And I'd like to welcome you all back to today's video, and welcome back to Patrol in Pursuit. In today's video, we're going to be joining Arkansas State Patrol Trooper Jessica McCord as she's in pursuit of what she's going to be joining a pursuit on a black late model Chevrolet pickup truck. And this pursuit is actually just going to end in a pit maneuver. This pursuit is actually initiated by another agency, and like many of times the state are called in to take over the pursuit, especially in today's time, and that's due to the what you call the pit maneuver procedure. And the state are usually the only agencies that's actually certified to conduct the pit maneuver. Some states you might have like a few, maybe other local agencies that are certified to conduct a pit maneuver. But most of the time it's state officers. That's why you're always seeing when the state taking over in these very dangerous pursuits. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and then once the video is in, I'm going to come back with my commentary. Being on patrol one night, me and my partner, this was my first night on patrol, and I was assigned to ride along with a sergeant. So we was working the what you call an overlap shift. We had 3 shifts. We had first shift, we had second shift, and we have a third shift, and then we had an overlapping shift. Overlapping shift usually starts at around say 5 o'clock for roll call, and then we actually go on patrol around 6, and we'll work to 2 o'clock in the morning or 2:30. If it's really slow, we'll get off and go home. If it's really busy that night, then we will work on up to maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock the next morning. The thing about being a law enforcement officer, even when you get off duty, there are some things that you must do and take care of prior to ending your shift. And some of those things are report writing. You have to make sure that you kept up with all of the reports of all the incidents, whether it be incidents, accident investigation, traffic tickets, wherever you encountered that night, you had to make sure you had a report and a record of it. So we was out on patrol one night, again working the overnight shift, and we had been working probably about 5 hours. The second shift, now the third shift was coming on, And so they come on, and we met up with them for roll call. And while in roll call, we call came on the radio from the dispatcher. Start calling out all kinds of vehicle numbers, radio numbers. 116, 117, 118, 119, all Forestdale units. Signal 1, code 1. And I'm looking at my book because I'm new. First night on patrol, so I'm new. Not really familiar with the 10 codes offhand. So you had to kind of look back at my notes and my books to make references to what was actually going on. All of a sudden, everybody went to running. Well, I followed the crowd. I went to running too. Now, me and my sergeant, we ran out to our vehicles, and we got a signal 1, code 1 at this lounge in Jefferson County. I think that lounge was called, I want to say the Bluetooth Lounge or something like that. It was one of those deep in the woods type of honky-tonk type of bar. And so we was the first deputies to get into our unit. While the rest of the guys, we was in the midst of a shift change. So they was changing over to all of their supply, whether it be guns, paperwork, forms, and whatnot, into their patrol vehicles. Because at the time we wasn't allowed, we was not assigned to take home vehicles. We didn't have that program back say 35, 40 years ago. We didn't have that program the way you was assigned to a particular vehicle, and you got a chance to take that vehicle home with you. We didn't have that program back then. And so we was in the midst of a shift change, while they was trying to load up all their equipment. We jumped ahead of everybody on this particular call. So we went screaming up the highway, sirens going, blazing at like 90 or 100 miles an hour. And the sergeant was new to the area, and I was a new kid on the block also. The sergeant really didn't know where he was going. We was running 90, 100 miles an hour. We didn't know where he was going, but we knew that the other lead vehicles, as soon as they got prepared and ready, that they was going to eventually catch us, and we just get behind them. And so they did. About 7-8 minutes later, here come 3 other patrol vehicles, and they was running, and they was running, boy, they was all up about, they probably like 1 or 2 feet off of each other's bumpers, running at about 120 miles an hour. We was running at say 190 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, and they come past us like we was sitting still. Because see, the call was a signal 1, code 1. Signal 1, code 1 was a murder, death, kill. So somebody had obviously committed a homicide type of crime or incident or whatever you want to call it. And so those other 3 patrol units come up. They passed us, man, like I said, running like 125. We couldn't even keep up because our vehicle that we was in at the time was kind of had some miles on it. Because they get these vehicles and they don't want to keep them for a certain length of time, because any police vehicle, they really take a beat, a lot of wear and tear on these cars, because we actually put these cars through hell answering these calls. And most of the time these vehicles are running like 24/7. At least that's what it was back, say, 35, 40 years ago. In today's time, these vehicles, each officer is assigned to a vehicle, and he take that vehicle home, thereby he being more responsible for that vehicle, and they take better care of it, and that vehicle lasts a lot longer with that program implemented. But back then, that program was not implemented, and so these 3 other patrol units come past us. It was going so fast that they disappeared, and it's in the midst of the night. Lights, sirens, and they lights disappeared. We couldn't even see the lights anymore, and we was running like 90 miles an hour. And my sergeant I was with, he didn't believe in running any faster than that. Even though we did not know where we was going to follow them. So, make a long story short, they finally went 1023, which is arrived on scene, and they was calling our vehicle number. Where you guys at? We coming. Well, actually, we got lost. We was on a code 1, signal 1, which is murder, death, kill, and we actually got lost because we was not familiar with the area. So we thought that once we got started, that they was going to catch us, and that we was going to just follow them on in. We didn't anticipate them guys running that fast, but we understand why, because they had to get to the scene and secure the scene, because it was a murder, death, kill. So like I said, we got lost, and we had to stop a citizen in the area, because we knew we was like sort of like within that area, but we didn't actually know where the Bluetooth lounge was actually located. So we stopped a citizen that showed us how to get to this lounge. And while we stopped the citizen, he said, "Yeah, I know where it's at. I can take you guys." And so he went on, and we followed him when we had the lights on. Emergency lights kept coming on and off. And he stopped, looked back, he was thinking we was trying to stop him. We were like, no, keep going. And so we finally arrived on the scene. Like I said, it's one of these little honky-tonk bars. And all the locals was up in there. And this was the first night on patrol. And I get there, and as a dead body of a white male on the floor of this bar. Now prior to that, me being 25, I just turned 63 on the 27th of last month. So prior to that, I never seen a dead body. The only time I seen a dead body was maybe was in the morgue when I was going to school, maybe going through the homicide investigation course, or at a funeral. And so that was this guy. He was laying on the floor. I mean, he was gone. Hope you guys can still hear me over this lawnmower. My neighbor over here got his lawnmower, cutting the grass. And so, me being a rookie, they said, "Come here, deputy. Come here, John. You sit right here." And they gave me a chair right next to his body, like you see this paper right here. They gave me a chair. So you sit right here, and you don't let nobody come near or touch this body. This guy was laying on the floor, dead as a doorknob. Blood everywhere, and you could tell that the body had been placed there. You could tell the body had been placed there. You can see the blood stream, the blood splatter where the body had been dragged across the floor. And the suspect had took his hands and wrapped his hands on the victim pants leg. And then he took a little pocket knife about this big. He took a pocket knife about this big. And he put that in the victim's hand to make it look like it was self-defense. To make a long story short, the suspect turned out to be the victim's brother-in-law. And the victim jumped on the suspect sister, which was his wife. He jumped on her, and the brother, which was the suspect, retaliated for him jumping on his sister. And he shot and killed this guy at the bar that night. And so I was, like I said, and so we couldn't leave the scene until actually the coroner come out. And once the coroner come out, then he has come out and declared that the body is dead. But when we get the call, the coroner is immediately notified once we get on the scene. And the victim is BOS, dead on the scene. And the coroners are not, they're not in a hurry to come out. Hell, the victim ain't going nowhere. So it can be 8, 9, 10 hours later before the coroners come out. And so we had to sit there all this time waiting on the coroners to arrive in order to complete our investigation. And so today's video is about the ongoing dangers of pursuit. And we're going to be joining Arkansas State Patrol Trooper Jessica McCoy as she joined a pursuit already in progress on a black pickup truck that ended in a pit maneuver, all because the suspect refused to stop. And so let's get into this video. And again, we thank you for watching, for tuning in, and supporting the channel. And we ask you to hit the like button, share button, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification so you'll know when we are doing a upload. And once again, we're going to be joining Arkansas State Patrol in pursuit of a vehicle. And this is actually Trooper Jessica McCall, and she's going to be going around this vehicle to assist in a pursuit already in progress.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, so you want to take your spot, you're going to put it across one side of the road, right? You're going to let your string go down, so that when the car comes, but you have to have some more pressure on the side where you're going to pull your string.
Okay, well, oh shit, hold on, they're coming at me.
Okay.
It's not a good move to block off a ongoing pursuit, but because she's the leading, supposedly taking over the leading position, being a trooper, this is obviously a pursuit initiated by another agency, and they have called in the state of Arkansas to assist. So she blocked off the ongoing pursuit in order to turn around and get behind this vehicle. And that's a move I would not have recommended, but still she did it. Now the troopers moving in the position to do a pit maneuver that obviously has failed, and now her vehicle is was momentarily stuck or pinned to the suspect vehicle.
All a murder in your area. Speed 67 miles an hour. Still like traffic, passenger here. Speed 30 miles an hour. No traffic. Ireton Road, speed 70 miles. We're down there at the road, what's your direction there? We're still eastbound, just past Ireton, approaching Interstate 530. Still like traffic. Speed 75. Approaching 530. Like that, speed 35, approaching 530. Still 6 road eastbound. Light traffic. Looks like we're going to be on 530 northbound from Dixon.
And again, the troop is trying to move into a pit maneuver position. And the suspect is obviously using countermeasures to keep from being pitted.
Northbound, legal brake checking the trooper. 90 miles an hour, moderate traffic. Looks like you got a trooper ahead, get there at the time.
Another trooper just tried to use the spikes to deflate the suspect vehicle tires. Don't know if this is a good spike or not. But the suit continue on.
Take over my position, I've got a low tire.
Suspect has some quite a bit of damage to the right panel, rear right panel of his vehicle.
7132 category. So, boy, like 6 up. Okay, come up here, hang on. What do you think up here? Sure, I'll hit it.
Going to be having another trooper's going to be taking lead position, and this trooper is going to be driving a more powerful vehicle than this car. This trooper here is bleeding, pulling over to the right as the next trooper pulled up, take lead position, and he's going to try to get this vehicle in the position to conduct the pit maneuver. And since this is a heavy vehicle, it requires an additional heavy vehicle in order to instrument a successful pit maneuver. Suspect slams on his brakes in an effort to, wow, look at that. Let's do another double take on that. Looks like they had a successful pit maneuver.
Put your hands out the window! Put your hands out the window! Coming in! Put your fucking hands up! Don't you fucking move, you understand me?
The troopers are moving in position to take the suspect into custody.
Unlock the door!
Yeah, they were. I tried, I got hung up on his bumper. Are you good?
Also down to back to 2 lanes blocked in the center. 2 lanes blocked.
And we could put this in